I'm Lion More, and I'm gonna show you how I do a spinning heel kick. Before we do anything, I want to make sure that you're physically able to do this. Consult your physician and make sure that you're good enough to do these stretches and do this kick because I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want that on me, and I don't want that on you. I want you to be safe at all times. First, we're going to do some calf stretches. It's good for your glutes, it's good for your calves, and it's good for your hamstrings. First, we're going to make sure we're going to get that foot down with the heel down, toes up, and then we're going to put our hands on our hips. We're going to lean our chest down, back straight. We're going to go down for a little bit. We're going to hold that for a good 20 to 30 seconds. Once you get that in, and keep in mind, I'm not going to do this whole 20, 30 seconds. We're going to switch that. Like I said, this is great for your kicks because you want to make sure your legs, fully stretched. You want to make sure they're good and loose, they're limber. You want to get down. This one I just do, the sumo pose. This is what I call it, the sumo pose, the sumo stance. You know, right here I'm getting a good stretch in, and it's definitely helping me. When I'm trying to get up there, get that kick in. Good for everything too. Just to stay nice and limber. Especially for your walking, which I suggest everybody do at least 30 minutes of walking a day. It's not only good for your health, but it's just fun to get out, do something, experience things, see life, trees, nature, all that. Okay, I'm not gonna mumble. All right, this next one is called hip flexor lunge stretch. Now, this one is especially good because with tight hip flexors, it's gonna be hard to get your legs anywhere you wanna go, high, low, anywhere. Anything tight around the hip flexor is just going to make mobility, flexibility really, really tough. So we're going to start out, we're going to be kneeling. All right, once we're down on one knee, we're going to make sure that our back is straight, and then we're going to lean into it. And you're going to feel that stretch like all around your leg to your glutes. You'll especially feel it in your inner thigh. We're gonna hold this for about a good 10 to 20 seconds. I know some people might want to do it a little longer, some might want to do it less. Either way, as long as it's 10 seconds, you should be good to go. You're gonna switch that around. And keep in mind, any physician or any doctor, who has anything to say about what I'm doing, the, about the time length, correct me in the comments or whatnot, let them know because I only know what I've been taught. So with that, we're on the other side. All right, next we're gonna do a butterfly stretch. And with this one, this is gonna help out with your hip flexors. It's gonna stress the inside of your thighs. Now keep in mind, like I know a lot of my muscles, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't know everything. I just know the inside of your thighs right here, your hip flexors, your glutes, but it's gonna get that initial stretch. So you can get up there and get that leg up high. Well, you don't really need your leg to be high to do a spinning heel kick. You generally wanna hit in this area, but you can hit to the head if you want to. Anyway, butterfly stretch for about a good 5 to 10 seconds. Like I said, I do this a little bit longer, but for the video, 5 to 10 seconds, to get warmed up and get loose. This is something that I do all the time, just get a little gyration in the hips. I make sure my legs are about shoulder width apart, and then I'm gonna want to move my hips around, forward and around the back, forward around, and I'm making sure I hit every corner because I want that hip flexor. I want it to be loose. That way, when I'm over here breaking that leg up, I'm not feeling so much pain right here or right here. I'm making sure that I'm loose whenever I'm doing anything as far as getting my leg up there, getting it high, because I don't want to injure myself at all. And that's always important before you do anything, not just with martial arts. That's with soccer, that's with football, that's with any sport that you play, any physical activity that you do. Heck, it could be working. I don't know. Last one, this is a stretch that I do. I make sure that my foot is planted the opposite direction, facing the other way. I want to grab onto something. It could be a wall or it could be a chair. but I'm gonna grab my knee and I'm gonna bring it up as high as I can. And I'm gonna keep that stretch until I can't do anymore and let loose a little bit and then try to go up a little bit more. Like I said, I wanna get my leg stretched and I wanna get loose. And once I'm there, I'm gonna switch sides. Okay, now we're gonna work on the actual movement of the spinning heel kick. Okay, I always wanna make sure that my feet are placed right when I'm going to deliver that kick. So the first thing I practice is that set maneuver. First thing I wanna do is make that turn in, make sure my foot is facing that way and I'm backwards to the enemy, the person, the punching bag, whatever, and I'm gonna step in. Now, when I'm doing that, I'm already sitting to where I was at the beginning, so I have a good plant and I'm sitting right. So when I'm bringing it up, I don't have to worry about tumbling over or falling over because I already have good balance. Now, I want you to keep doing this at least 3, 4 times. That way you have it down. Like I said, you want to go in, then bam. Once again, boom, bam. There we go. And add the kick with it. Now, you don't have to start up high. You can start down low, towards the legs, or you can just go down towards the ankle. So we're gonna do what I said just a little bit before. We're gonna get that turn in. One, now add the kick. Bam. You see there? Once I made sure I was planted, that's when the leg came in. And we wanna make sure we keep practicing that. So as soon as we get up there, it's gonna be easy. I was planted the whole time. I don't have to worry about falling over, my balance is all messed up because I know that I'm set in stone. Now we're gonna try that a little bit higher. All right, 1, 2. See, planted. That spinning heel kick is gonna come in, get him right there in the gut, and it's gonna hurt. Trust me, I got kicked by one. Oh, it does not feel good. Now I know you're looking at this video and you're like, who is this guy? Like, how's he gonna show me how to do a spinning heel kick? I know how to do it, or I don't know how to do it. He's not an expert. Well, I don't have a lot of trophies. I don't have lots of belts. I've studied martial arts for about 20 years. I started out wrestling, went to Kung Fu for a little bit of karate. That's when I got into Jiu-Jitsu. The guy who trained me initially, he started teaching me Taekwondo. And I just got really, really into it. I loved, kicking. I loved doing all the little kicks that I could do. Getting up there, it felt great. But he didn't want me to stay in Taekwondo. So he started teaching me Jiu-Jitsu. We got to a couple of tournaments earlier, me and my friend Spud, who is my partner in this whole thing. He's a way better fighter than I am. He actually went into competitions and he was getting somewhere, but we really didn't want that. We just want to do what we want to do as kids, be Power Rangers, be in action movies. I still want to do that, you know. I'm 45, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe y'all can say something about that. Get somebody to look at my stuff. Be like, hey, he's a good stunt person. He has some great kicks. He has some good combos. I don't know. Anyway, back to the story. Once I got into a couple of tournaments, I realized I didn't want to do that for a living. So I just maintained my practicing, my training every day and just stayed with it. So I might not, I might not compete, but I still study and everything I'm showing you is something I've practiced for decades. I appreciate your time. I'm Lion More. Get with me again because I will show you more stuff. And listen to Jeff Rama Music, Chapter 2. It is out. You will love it. Thank you again. Bye.